What's poppin', y'all? If there was two people that were unbothered, the last people it would be Jhené Aiko and Big Sean. Because rumors started floating around of them breaking up and everybody giving their own take on things. The reasons why, the reasons not why, he didn't marry her after 10 years, blah, 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 all the nonsense, which I didn't give two F's about, to be frank with you. I don't care. However, I just care as long as the music is good. And frankly, we got enough music out of them as a duo, and yeah, we got enough music of them collaborating. Maybe it's time we get some music of them apart. And some great music will come out of that, especially from Jhené. But one of these tweets that Big Sean felt the need to reply to was, after 10 years and a child, Big Sean allegedly dumps Jhené Aiko without ever marrying her and already has a new supermodel girlfriend. This is just like making hyperbole for a page like this. The chick that he was with, we don't even know if he's with her. Probably. It looks like he's with her. I don't think she's a supermodel. Otherwise, they would have dropped her name as well with the title. But Big Sean says this is so false, laughing emoji. And he doesn't say what's false either. And then someone says, you broke up with the queen. I hate people that talk like this. Especially if this is a male. Wow. You broke up with the queen over a powdered donut? He says, no, it's pretty funny how the internet can give life to some things with no confirmation. I'm sending love to everyone though. Come on, dog. What the hell is he saying? He just said a bunch of nothing. And this is the irritating part about Big Sean, right? He's not confirming. He's not denying that they're not together anymore. He's just holding it up like, I didn't say anything, and you guys are saying stuff, and I'm saying that what you said isn't true. So what's not true? The fact that he dumped her, or the fact that he's with this new chick? And he goes on and continues in a separate post, which is quoting another individual. I'm going to read that for you guys right now. So the other post, which was the original one that really started getting things moving, was Big Sean and Jhené Aiko have broken up after 10 years, and the women have been angry at Sean for, quote, wasting Jhené's time without marrying her. Okay. But here's what those same women are ignoring. Jhené was once married to one music producer, The Genius. Facts. Here's where it gets interesting. She cheated on her husband with Big Sean. Facts. I remember Kid Cudi was even talking about this. She even got a tattoo of Big Sean while still married. Then went on to publicly kiss him on stage. All this while still married. Facts. The poor guy eventually decided to call it quits. The embarrassment was too much. And Jhené was now free to date her handsome rap superstar boy. Okay, hold on. Pause on that. Rap superstar. Listen, there was no point in time where Big Sean was ever a rap superstar. A rap star, sure. Superstar, no, never. Boyfriend Big Sean. But Big Sean never popped the question because he understands game. Listen, when a woman cheats another man to be with you, she'll cheat on you too. Once a cheater, always a cheater. Never marry a cheater. I mean, he did have kids. This is the whole thing about like getting quote unquote married. Dog, people can get married. Like the Genius, right? He got married to Jhené Aiko. They broke up. He doesn't have an attachment to Jhené Aiko anymore. She already had a kid before the Genius too, I believe. Big Sean having a kid with her is worse than him marrying her because now he has a tie to her. So the idea of like, oh, you know, like she cheated on another man, don't marry her, but you had a kid with her. I think having a kid with somebody is more serious than getting married to them, to be honest. And then Big Sean comes out, and this is how you know this situation is really bothering him and her. And he says, on some real ish, I don't like this energy. We don't care if he doesn't like this energy. I don't think this page cares that he likes this energy. I don't mind whoever is saying wild stuff about me because I have a sense of humor and don't give a F. It's frustrating having people say negative things towards her though. God bless. Man, this is just some. And then this is the funny part. He's just giving it more attention. Like that original tweet had like, 5 million? He quotes it. It gets like nearly 50K likes, more visibility, over 8 million. And what happens next? Jhené Aiko has to give her own response. And this one had me dying. She responded on Instagram. So, you know, if they are quote unquote still together, which they're not. She replied on the Shade Room, I think. And she says the following. Let's wrap this up. Me and Dot eloped in Vegas after a few months of dating while I was still grieving the death of my brother. Bro, are we serious right now? How does the death of a brother come into like wanting to get married? You could understand where she was like, you know, I delayed the marriage because my brother passed away. But hey, listen, people deal with grief in their own way. I'm not going to be the one to judge on that, but I will judge on a couple of other things. Dot did not harm me and is not a bad guy. We know. Kid Cudi told us. We had a short back and forth on Twitter that created rumors, but ultimately separated amicably due to the realization we were practically strangers who made an impulsive decision. This is the problem. So right now she's saying, well, like I was grieving the death of my brother and we eloped in Vegas. Is he going to agree with that? Is Dot going to agree with that? Because she's saying that, he's going to agree with separated amicably. I don't think Dot the Genius did not seem like he separated amicably. He just seemed like he handled getting dumped and cheated on maturely, and on the internet at least, and publicly, when behind the scenes, it crushed him, which is what we heard from Kid Cudi, and even Dot himself when they had that back and forth. Me and Sean got together after years of an amazing friendship and now and this is the thing, years of an amazing friendship. Now, did the friendship start before or after Dot the Genius? This is not what she's telling us. The truth is, no, that relationship started, like Kid Cudi and Dot are not going to lie and say you cheated on Dot with Big Sean. They're not just going to lie about that. Who's going to lie about something that embarrassing or make up a lie about something that's going to completely embarrass them? Nobody's doing that. And she would have said it wasn't true. But what she's saying is, we were practically strangers. You guys were together for several months. What is it? How does that mean you're practically strangers? Are we serious now? So the thing is, you're letting practically strangers spend that much time with you, enter your body? Several months? Listen, I'm not saying people should get married in 2 weeks, but several months together, you're not strangers anymore. I don't think anybody's strangers after several months. And this isn't several months like, I met a person in January and then we kicked it maybe in February and then in March they visited my city and we hung out for 3 days. No. When she's saying several months, it means that they were seeing each other quite frequently. After years of an amazing friendship and now have an incredible, brilliant, beautiful baby boy who is turning 3 today. Happy birthday to our baby boy Noah, to whom Sean is a great, loving, and present father to and is loved by the greatest village a mother could ask for. Keep in mind, Jhené Aiko already had a kid before both of these guys. I think it was a daughter. I think she's probably like 18 or 19 or 20. I don't even know. She was like 12 years old a couple of years. I think when this first happened, she was 12. Love you and God bless you all. I pray you divert your energy of gossip into praying for and offering support. This is what got me tight. This is some Valkyrie type activity. To your neighbors, your family, Palestine, Sudan, Congo. What about Myanmar? She forgot about that one. She got to throw that one on there too. And all of the children and families, I guess they didn't have enough headlines for her to pay attention to that one though. And families around the world who are in need of love, support, housing, and food. Be safe. But what about people that are in need of hate, Jhené Aiko? Because, her behavior was grimy and she's not owning up to it. That's the thing. And she doesn't have to own up to it. But the problem here is that people are not just going to buy this and say, you know what, we're going to mind our business about the situation, because it was one of the most public relationships. You guys were all over each other. Big Sean stole her from another guy, and they were not saying this whilst they were together. This is the thing. Until the breakup rumors started, which she doesn't even confirm if they're together or not. They're not together. I don't believe they are. And she was probably hitting him up like, yo, you got to say something about this, because I don't think Big Sean is just hopping on something like this for no reason. He's avoided a lot of conversations surrounding their relationship and how they got into that relationship. And now all of a sudden he's got something to say. Listen, say something on a track, please, Big Sean, because that's all I want to hear from you. With all due respect, of course. We appreciate Big Sean's music here and there. We appreciate Jhené. Do we appreciate Jhené Aiko's music more? Who have I listened to more? I'd probably say, it's a 50-50 toss-up. And I'm talking solo music, not even music together. Yeah, I would say I listened to them about equally throughout history. Now, Pusha T and 2 Chainz, I've certainly listened to a lot more than Jhené Aiko. But I don't even know where I got. Well, the reason why I shifted in that direction is because I was thinking of good music and who I've listened to the most or least on OG good music. And I would probably say as an adult. As a kid, I was listening to Big Sean heavy on rotation. A lot of that aged terribly. Yes, it most certainly aged badly, especially the early stuff. But the other guys, as an adult, I frequently went back to. Pusha T, we're still bumping Pusha T, of course. But let me know what y'all think about the situation in the comments. Are they trying to maybe reconcile? That's why they haven't made anything official yet, or they're just trying to keep each other's reputation clean. Who knows? Regardless, I think him having a child with her is more serious than some random ring and ceremony, which we've seen end a million times over. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed, and I'm going to see you on the next one.